boy Destination Gaming, and I'm here to give you guys the review of Clash of Champions. Man, I enjoyed some moments in this pay-per-view, man. I enjoyed some really awesome moments in this pay-per-view that it's unbelievable to me that it's unbelievable how like the beginning and then the main event was honestly awesome. Now, I have a lot of questions that involves the Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre ambulance match that we saw tonight. But other than that, besides those 3 disaster matches that unfortunately we gotta talk about real quick, Clash of Champions was kind of decent. The beginning and the end was honestly incredible to me. I loved the beginning because Jeff Hardy looked like the old Jeff Hardy. He still got it. And I absolutely love Sami Zayn because he is an absolute genius. I love Sami Zayn, bro. Like, he's an absolute genius at what he does in the ring, especially how creative he can be in a ladder match. I love it. Absolutely love it. And we're going to talk about all of that real quick. And yeah, man, it's just lost for words, man. I don't know what to say. But hey, man, please make sure to follow me on social media at Desi Official. That is on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you guys add me on Snapchat at DesmondD23. So you can add me on there. Also, you guys, man, make sure to subscribe to my original channel at DesmondD3. We had 188 subscribers, I think. I'm thinking. I haven't looked back at it yet. But man, oh man. Man, oh man, this was crazy, man. This is crazy. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, the beginning of the match, Sami Zayn versus Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. I honestly enjoyed this. It made me feel like I'm starting to love ladder matches again, like how I feel with the old ladder matches. All the previous ladder matches that has happened before with Jeff Hardy versus Edge, the Money in the Bank ladder matches. I loved every minute of it. Sami Zayn is an absolute genius. Now, here's a question that I gotta figure out for this whole entire ladder match. Now that Sami Zayn is the official Intercontinental Champion, who is he gonna face next? Mind y'all, they just announced that Hell in a Cell will be coming around October the 25th. So, who are they gonna put up in the match? Are we gonna see another, Sami Zayn versus Jeff Hardy? Are we going to see Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles? Are we going to see Matt Riddle versus Sami Zayn? What are we going to see? I'm honestly intrigued to see what is going to happen in the upcoming future. But then again, once again, as I always said, this is WWE we're talking here. So we probably going to get a same rinse and repeat type situation between Sami Zayn and Jeff Hardy, or the other way around. Either way it goes, man, the right man won tonight. Sami Zayn wins the match, period. And then we went from that match. It's kind of hard to talk about this situation. We went from that match to Asuka versus Zelina Vega. Now, even though I've been saying this for a while now on social media that Zelina did not deserve to face Asuka for the championship, I honestly rather her to be in a manager role, because all of us that have known Zelina Vega for a while now knows that she does perfect as manager. She does good as manager, and she needs to keep it like that. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. Zelina Vega was looking good. Her wrestling gear looked good. You know what I'm saying? She looked like a snack out there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm just playing. But she looked good. And the match itself was kind of honestly, it was boring to me. Because Asuka was basically trying to slow down to like try to keep up with Zelina Vega's lack of ability. So They tried to do whatever they can to, try to have Zelina Vega look kind of tough, look like she can wrestle in the ring. She did okay. I'll give her an E for effort. She did pretty good. She did okay. But the match itself was, no. I didn't really enjoy this matchup. But Asuka wins and still your Raw Women's Championship. After the matchup, she basically was saying that, yes, Zelina Vega put up a fight, but she's not ready for Asuka. And she extended her hand out for a handshake. Zelina Vega didn't want it. She basically bows down to her. And then as soon as she did that, kick to the gut, slammed Asuka down to the ground, and then walked off. And then Asuka was so mad that she started speaking in Japanese. I didn't understand a word that she said. No disrespect to anybody that's out there in the country right now, in Japan or Chinese. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I guess gotta give it a huge example of what I was talking. Y'all know how Asuka be. We hardly understand what she be saying, but when she speaks English, she can speak English good. That's just me. I'm sorry. So we went from a bad match to another bad match as the Tag Team Championships. Raw Tag Team Championships, man. Oh my God. I really don't like to talk about this. Like I didn't even see the pre-show with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship because I already know who won the match. Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. I already know. Lucha House Party ain't gonna win no Tag Team Championship. Might as well move on. Absolutely just move on. Move on. Try to get Heavy Machinery up against Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Might as well get them away from the Miz and Morrison and have them face Cesaro and Nakamura for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. How hard can it be? But despite all of that, the Raw Tag Team Championship, the Street Profits against Angel Garza and Andrade that we didn't see for the 1,000th time all over again. And I don't know why we had to keep seeing this matchup over and over again. We don't care about this match. If WWE does not merge the tag team division by the time the draft comes or before the draft, then WWE is basically screwed. We're going to be seeing the same rinse and repeat matchup as always. The Street Profits won. Hell. The Street Profits won, retained the Raw Tag Team Championship. But how they won was basically controversial. Because Angelo Dawkins hit his move on Andrade, right? Hit the finishing move. He went for the cover. 1, 2. By the time the ref hit, before he hit the 3, before his hand dropped down to the mat to hit the 3, Andrade kicks out of the move. But the referee don't see that. The referee does not see that. Andrade kicks out of the move. Yet the referee still rings the bell and say, here's your winner, and still the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits. What is up with WWE giving us all these botches finish? We just saw it not too long ago with Asuka and Mickie James. Why are you repeating it with the Raw Tag Team Championships? I don't understand that. Now, how much y'all want to bet now on this upcoming Monday on Raw, which is like tomorrow? How much y'all want to bet that they, as soon as they get done talking about this whole situation, they're gonna have them in another tag team matchup again? I don't want to see that. I do not want to see this tag team going up against the same tag teams over and over again. I don't care. They gotta do something, man. Because I'm honestly getting tired of seeing Angel Garza and Andrade go up against Street Profits for the 1,000th time. I don't want to see this matchup no more. But Street Profits win. Next up, Bayley. I love Bayley. I do love Bayley. Her heel role is absolutely perfection. I love it. So she goes on in the ring, yabbering on and on that nobody, since Nikki Cross is currently out right now, which, by the way, WWE announced that Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, and Nikki Cross is out. They're not in. Their matches is officially canceled. They say on Raw, they're going to discuss the whole Women's Tag Team Championship situation. That's pretty much it. But why is WWE can't admit that these three women had caught the coronavirus? They tested positive for the coronavirus. Why can't you just sit there and admit it? Why you gotta sugarcoat everything? Why you gotta sit there and sugarcoat everything? They're not medically cleared. Yes, they are. They are medically cleared, man. They are medically cleared. You just say that, just admit that they tested positive for the coronavirus. Stop trying to sugarcoat everything and just tell the truth. At least AEW admits it. At least AEW admits the fact that this person had caught the coronavirus, has tested positive for the coronavirus. They did it to Lance Archer. So how come we come to WWE and they don't admit it? I don't understand. But Bayley was sitting there saying that nobody can face her, nobody can beat her. She beat everybody on the women's division, which is basically true. And, you know, soon as she said, hey, bring the ref in here, declare me as the winner, I'm ready to go. That's when the music hits and Asuka comes out. What in the world is a Raw Women's Champion is going to be a SmackDown Champion again? Again? You gonna wait till Survivor Series? We already gonna have to see that matchup regardless. It's ridiculous. Out of all the women that you have on this roster, out of all the women that you have on this roster, you gonna tell me you can't get nobody else besides Asuka? And didn't Asuka just have a match? I could have swore I just talked about that a few minutes ago. Asuka beat Selena Vega. So when you beat Selena Vega, that should be it. You did your job, get your bags, and you go home. Period. Period. But then this matchup ends up in disqualification again. I'm telling you, WWE loves disqualifications. They love disqualifications. I don't know why, but they love disqualifications. Bayley hits Asuka with a chair. It immediately causes disqualification. She immediately grabs her championship belt and tries to walk away. And then out comes Sasha Banks, hitting her in the back. Well, I think it was either a kendo stick or a chair. I forgot which one. Listen, I love Sasha Banks too. Y'all already know. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I'm a huge Sasha Banks fan. But honestly, the way that they had set it up, they honestly could have at least had her attack her during the match instead of waiting until after the match is over. That's just me. Why would you wait until after the match is over to attack her? You couldn't wait till during the match? That could be easily disqualification. And Bayley will still eventually become the SmackDown Women's Champion. That's just me, folks. That's just me. Y'all have different opinions. I have mine. I'm just speaking how it is. So, right after that match, we went from that situation to now the ambulance match between Drew McIntyre and, of course, Randy Orton. This match was overbooked. It really was. They sit there. We done seen so many punk kicks and claymores so much that at this point, I didn't really care. The match was decent for what it was, but there was a whole bunch of problems that I had in this match. A whole bunch of it. First of all, you sit there and brought the Big Show out to attack Randy Orton first. That's number one. Second problem I have, you had Christian out there interfering in the match again and attack Randy Orton. Then you have Shawn Michaels, which is problem number 3, to go out there and attack Randy Orton. What is up with all this interference in the match? I know there's no rules in this, but come on, man. All these legends then come out and they try to attack Randy Orton for what? Yeah, I know they want revenge. I get that part. But does it have to be in this match? You couldn't wait until a little bit later. You got Big Show out there chokeslamming Randy Orton through a table. Christian threw Randy Orton on a whole bunch of tables full of food, and I'm thinking that Titus didn't cook all that food. So basically, all that food that he didn't cook probably was going to go to waste. And then when Randy Orton was on top of the ambulance and threw Drew Gulak off the ambulance, as soon as he turns around, sweet chin music to the face, and Shawn Michaels pushed him off the ambulance. A lot of people be thinking with this situation, a lot of people think that all this interference, you're basically showing that Drew McIntyre can't really hang with Randy Orton. Some people think that. That's not what I think, but this is what they think. What I think is, why is this interference happening in the middle of this situation? You simply need to get Drew McIntyre, make him look like a monster in this situation. Not Braun Strowman monster. No. Just make him look like a monster. Kind of like how you did with Seth Rollins. When Drew McIntyre went up against Seth Rollins. We all seen that situation. We seen how that looked. Everybody that saw it. The man kicked out at 1. But other than that, Drew McIntyre hits Randy Orton with the Claymore, puts him in the ambulance, and before he can even close the door, he immediately said, nah, I got to do one more thing. Now, I'm thinking in my head, okay, this is a typical babyface idea. They got to do one more move before they mess everything up. So he drags Randy Orton out a little bit, steps back, punt kick to him in the head, then he threw him back and closed the door. Now, I thought that Randy Orton was going to come out and then try to RKO him out of nowhere, then threw him back in the ambulance and closed the door. That's what I thought. But apparently I was wrong. Drew McIntyre wins. Then they cut the camera to the front because they was basically telling the guy, okay, you can go now. You can go. They looked in the front seat. Who was driving the car? Woo! Nature Boy Ric Flair driving the car. I'm styling profile, baby. Woo! And drove off. The matchup was decent for what it was. I just didn't like the interference. Now, I mentioned this on my social media page. I mentioned this on Twitter. I said this. Now that Drew McIntyre won, now that he won this match, how much y'all want to bet 2 things? That A, they're going to put Keith Lee in the run for the WWE Championship because you know how WWE is. You know how they are. They're either going to put him on there or they are going to sit up there and make a qualifying matchup against a whole bunch of superstars who didn't earn the opportunity. Who didn't do nothing to deserve that opportunity. How much y'all want to bet that's going to happen? How much y'all want to bet? They're probably going to put in Seth Rollins. Put a little bit of Drew McIntyre in it. I mean, not Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler. Put Keith Lee in there again. Probably put Dominic in that situation. Hell, they probably going to put Eric in a situation. Or Bobby Lashley. Or Shelton Benjamin. Or MVP. We don't know. But they ain't booked no other top superstar. They ain't booked them good enough to make them the top superstar to face Drew McIntyre for the championship. And mind you, Hell in a Cell is coming up October 25th. So what are you going to do then? What are y'all going to do then? We're going to see another Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre again? It's ridiculous. WWE does not know how to book their stars right. Period. How much y'all want to bet they're going to put Ricochet in there? And he going to say he earned his opportunity. You ain't earned nothing, man. You ain't earned nothing. Period. Period. So the main event comes in. And I went from, y'all just seen it just now. I went from a mad face to a smiley face. The main event comes in, man. Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns. Now, I was kind of already a little upset because they still got the same theme song. But then, when I see Roman Reigns coming out, I notice he is shirtless. And I immediately smile. I instantly smile because finally, the man is shirtless now. We do not have to see him in a Shield-like uniform or a t-shirt that says "Wreck everybody then leave." We don't have to see that. We don't have to see that. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. We did not have to see that. Finally, we do not have to see that. So, the match itself was booked into perfection. They made Roman Reigns look like a beast in this match. Woo! I love this match. Oh, I love this match, man. I instantly love this match, man. I love this match. Oh, I love this match. Roman Reigns was talking mad trash to Jey Uso. I told you, man. I told you. Tell me I'm the chief. Tell me I'm the trial. I'm the leader. I run WWE. This is my WWE. This is my island. I try to teach you, man. And then he even, when he slammed Jey Uso's head onto the announce table, he said, "Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is my cousin. I'm just showing him tough love, man. Just tough love." Yeah. Throws him into the ring. And boy, Roman Reigns beat Jey Uso with every inch of his life. And now, let me say this real quick. I do give Jey Uso so much credit in the world. Because at least he tried to fight back. They made him look like the underdog in this whole situation. I appreciate that. But then, this man got hit with two or three spears. And then as soon as that happens, man, Jimmy Uso, who I was surprised to see, comes out and says, "Look, enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. Listen, Jay, listen. I love you, dog, but I gotta throw in this towel. Let me throw in the towel, bro. Let me throw in the towel." Jey Uso's like, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And Roman Reigns, he said, "Man, you better tell him. Tell him to say it." "Oh, he's not going to say it? Okay, fine." Drags Jey Uso in the middle of the ring and start whooping his behind. And I loved every minute because this fits him as a heel the way he's supposed to. The way he's supposed to. This is how Reigns should have been 5 years ago. This is how Reigns should have been. Oh, I loved every minute of it. I loved it. So at the end of the day, Jimmy Uso threw in the towel. And still, your Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Now, what I loved about the ending was this. He asked Paul Heyman to go over there because when Jey Uso came out, he had like a little red thing. I forgot what it's called. Let me know in the comments below what is it called, what he had around his neck. So, at the end of the match, Reigns told Paul Heyman to get that thing that I was telling you about. And Roman Reigns had his head like down like this. Paul Heyman picked up that thing and put it over his head. And he basically said that he is the tribal chief of WWE and raised his hand as the Universal Champion. And I loved it. I loved every minute of that. So as far as the rest of these matches are just concerned with Clash of Champions, the beginning and the end was my favorite part of the show. Other than that, the show sucks. That ain't nothing new right there. Clash of Champions was horrible. But outside of those matches that was horrible, the beginning and the end is what I absolutely love. So let's see what's going to happen tomorrow. Because I already know it's going to be some garbage. We all know that. It's going to be some garbage. It's going to be some garbage. That's going to be the end of this video, guys. This is actually my first ever long video that I ever did for you guys. It's crazy. We literally in like like 24 minutes and 50 some seconds, 20 to 25 minutes of this video. This is awesome, man. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. If you like this video, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Like, comment, subscribe. We got 84 subscribers. Let's make sure we get 100 subscribers before this month, either this month ends or before this year ends. Let's go, you guys. Let's make this 100 subscribers. This is your boy Destination Gaming saying peace.